Okay. So now look into this one now. Password for what I did here, I executed the command called as py password manager.py file with the account name A. So for the account name A, it has to copy the password in the clipboard now. Yes, now it is showing the message called as the password for account A as copied to clipboard. Now if I just go to this one, if I just go to this one word and if I paste it, now look at the content in this. Now what I got from this program, what I got from the program,
X not EM
the
total.
password,
Password.
the password corresponding to A. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, see here now. Suppose if I execute for B, if I execute B, now look at here. The password for B is copied to clipboard. What is the password for B here? Capital letter REC at 1234. Right. Now just paste it here. Now what I'm getting here at REC at 1234. So mean that so whenever you want to log into some account, you need not to type the password. Just what you can do, you can execute this program. You can execute this program. So if A belongs to Gmail account, B belongs to Facebook account, C belongs to some other like Twitter account, so on, right? That time, so just you can give the name, okay, name of the account for which you want the password. Then you can execute the program. You'll get the password in the clipboard and directly you can paste it in the login page. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. So this is the way you can write the program, right? So is this program difficult or simple one? Is it
Simple,
simple
sir.
program or difficult one?
Simple, sir.
What you are expecting before? When I said it is a password manager, it manages all the accounts and their passwords. Right, you can even expand this program to check for some errors. Like see, for example, see what I'll do here. Right, the C is not there in the program. So if I type C, now what it is showing me? Name error, name password is not defined. Right. So because here I use password which was created here. So since this if statement was not executed because it was not there, right? So what happened here? This one. So what you can do here, instead of copying it in the password variable and placing it here, directly you can write here like this one, right? So here I'll write sysarg, sorry, not sysarg, right? This pwd of account. So this one, right? Now it's the same program. If I execute, now you see here, A, it will give the same thing. Password for A is copied to clipboard. Suppose if I execute this time, if I execute with the letter C, now there is no account name. There is no account with name C. It is just showing the error message. There is no account with name C. But earlier it was showing error message, right? Did you get the idea?
Yes, sir.
Then
Sure.
one more thing. Suppose if I don't specify any argument itself, just I'll pass only the name of the program file that I want to execute. Then what happens? You see here, index error, list index out of range. It is showing error message, right? So in that case, so what you can do here, just we can go with here, if, right? If we can go with here, sys, right? That is length of sys dot argv, sys dot argv greater than, right? Greater than how many? Yes.
Sir, Vanishri wants to join.
Where it has not come, no? No, she has not requested. If she requests here, it will get the notification, right? Okay, now look at here. So minimum number of arguments should be 2, right? Minimum number of arguments should be 2, right?
Yes.
for my program to work properly, because you see here password manager.py is first argument, right? And I must have at least one argument after that, right? That means the minimum number of arguments should be two. One is name of the program file and another one is the account name for which you want the password, right? So minimum argument should be two. So that's why. So here if sys is equals to 2, if sys if length of sys dot rb is equals to 2, then we want to execute this code. We want to execute this code, right? Otherwise simply you can write here print insufficient arguments, insufficient arguments, insufficient arguments, so that user will come to. And then you can also display usage, how you should use. Usage is py, right? Program file dot py, then argument optional arg1, so that is how you can give the error message to the user. So you are stating that insufficient arguments, and usage is something like this, py followed by program file name dot py, then you can specify one argument, right? So if you write this one, then you see here now. So if I execute this one, it is going to execute, right? Because I given two arguments. So just if I don't give two arguments, right? Then simply what happens is here. Sorry, what happened? Okay. So this one is come here, right? This I'll put in the if statement. So within the if statement, I taken all the data now, right? Now you see what it is showing now. Since I didn't pass the minimum account name, so that's why what it is showing here, insufficient arguments, usage py program file name dot py, then arg1, right? So when you specify some argument, then it is going to work with the account. For that account, it will get the password from the program. Did you get the idea of this password manager?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Even you can expand this program, because this is not the secured program. This is not the secured program, because you see here, I have stored the passwords as a literal here, readable. Yes, I have stored passwords in readable form. See, if your like say some hacker gets access to this program itself, then what happens? If some hacker gets access to this program only, then what happens? If some third person gets access to this program file only, then what happens?
You can see the passwords.
You can read all the passwords and then you can do anything, right? So to prevent from typing, we are doing this program. But if program is accessible to some third person, then all the passwords will be leaked. That's why what addition you can do for this program is you can keep those passwords in secure form, in encrypted form. You can keep the passwords in encrypted form, and then while reading the password, you can decrypt it, and then you can paste it in the clipboard. Getting my point? Will you try that one? That's not there yet, but as for your syllabus, they are given only this much. Okay, I explained this part. But to improve this program with the security, right? Then what you can do, you can, instead of storing the passwords in plain text form, you can store the passwords in encrypted form. Later, when you retrieve the data for the account, the password for some account, then you can decrypt that password, and that password can be copied into clipboard, so that this program remains as valid, remains as a good program, secured program. Even some third person tries to retrieve this program, reads this program, he will not be able to read the content from that. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
right. So now here,
Yes, sir.
with this program, what are the concepts you learned? ಏನೇನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕಲ್ತ್ರಿ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ನಾಗ ಈಗ ನೀವು?
Piper clips.
Piper clip. Okay, then so Piper clip is basically used to copy the content to the clipboard and get the content from the clipboard, right? Then second one, another concept, what you learnt?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry?
Command line arguments. Command line
Command line arguments.
Line
That is most important. Command line arguments. Using command line arguments, right? So command line arguments. You learned command line arguments, yeah. So that plays a major role because most of the programs, usually we give the input through the command line, right? Usually, especially when you are working with the Linux kind of platforms, where we work usually in the terminal. We work in the terminal, so we are calling as a command prompt, right? The same thing in Linux platform, we call them as terminal, where all the programs are executed through command terminal only, through the at the terminal. Okay, at the prompt of the terminal, we execute the program. So that's why usually while executing the program through terminal, we give the inputs in the command line only, in the command line, and we execute the program. So that's why. So here, if you understand this command line arguments, usage of command line arguments, so then it will help you a lot for your building up applications. Is that clear? The concept, command line arguments concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
One more program is there. Right? I'll take that one. That is again an extension for this program, Paperclip. Right? So what exactly is that? We just see here. Here I have some content. Okay. Here I have some content. Okay. So these are the content available with me now. Just what I'll do, I'm copying now. I press Control C, right? I'll show you with this one. Just I copied. Now all these contents are there in the clipboard now. Now, with the help of my program, what I want is for each of these lines, I want to prefix this one. Star followed by space, star followed by space, right? Now I'm doing it manually, right? Here. I'm placing star for each of the line and then leaving one space after that star, right? So it is inserting a bullet, right? Right? I'm doing it manually, right? So this I want to automate through the program now. Right? What was my original content? My original content was this one, right? For each of the line, I want to prefix a star followed by a space, right? So instead of doing it manually, I want to do it through the program now. Look at here now. So that's the another program you are going to learn here, right? Okay, open. Okay, so not getting the program. Okay, let it be. We'll write the program now. Try here in another folder. If I don't get it, I'll write it. Okay, let's write that program, right? Now, so again, same thing. Let's go for here. Yes, this time we don't want system. Okay, Paperclip, right? Paperclip. Now, I want the data, right? Now you see here what I'm doing here. So this is the data I'm copying from the Word. Right? I want to take this data as an input to my program now. I want to take that data, the data which I copied from the Word file to as an input to my program. So that's why now the data, I know the data will be there in the clipboard. So now I'll use the paperclip dot paste function. So now I got the text. I got the text for this one. Now just try to understand. I'll execute here this one. Print text. Right. Just save this program. So this one is to add prefix. Add a prefix. Right. To the lines. Add prefix to the lines. Right. So on the desktop. Right. Okay. Right. Now run this code now. Yeah. Look at here now what I got here. Did you get the idea? So I copied the data from the Word and I executed this program. I got all those lines now. Yes?
Yes, sir.
All of you are there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Just
sir.
3-4 lines of code it is. Just 3-4 lines of code it is. I'll finish it and I'll close this module. Right. Now I have a text with me. Since it is a multi-line text, each line will be separated by new line. Right. First, what I'll do, I'll prepare the list of lines. Since I'm having a line of, multiple lines of text in the multiple lines of data in the text. I'm going to split that text into list of lines. So I'll take one variable as lines, right? And then I'll take a text dot split with this separator as new line. As I know these lines are separated by new line. I'm going to split the content of the text by using the new line as a separator. I'll be having lines with me. Like just I'll execute here print lines. This is the way you need to start writing the code. You should not directly go for the in single step. You should not write complete program. Look at it now. Yes. Did you get this one? Now I got Python, then welcome. So all these lines are there in one list now. All these lines are there in one list. Did you get the idea? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Initially what I did here with the help of this one, with the help of paperclip.paste function, I got the text which I copied from the Word. Into a variable called as text. Then I got to know that the data in the text is multi-line data. So I splitted those lines, the data into lines, list of lines. So that's why I use this function here. And I got this lines. Now I loop through each line. And see how I do it. Adding of a star followed by space here. I'll go with the variable I, that is for indexing each of the line. Since list will be having index value 0 for the first line, 1 for the second item, 2 for the third item, and so on. Right? That we know already. So I'll go with the range of length of lines. So now length of lines will give us, see as how many we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6. There is one more here, that is space, since last line will be having just empty line. So that's why that has also been taken here. Right. 7 lines are there. So I is going to range from 0 to 6 because length of lines is 7. So range of 7 means it is going up to 0 to 6. Right. Then for each of the line, what I'm going to do here, you see, lines of I. So for each line, that is lines of I equals to, I want to prefix star followed by one space. Star followed by one space. Add this one. Then concatenate with the same line here. That is I. Right. It's done. All the lines have been prefixed with now star space. Right. Is it working or not? You just check out here now. Right. Print of lines. Yes. After this one, I'm going to print this. Right. Now you see here, if I execute this code, now what will be the output? Look at here. Now the content of list. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, look at here. This was my original list. This was my original list after splitting the multi-line into list of lines. And after adding prefixes, you see the content here. Now what I got here, for each of the line, I got prefix as star space, star space, star space. Did you get this one?
Yes, sir.
Did you get this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This,
sir.
is,
Yes, sir.
this is the approach you should also follow. Mean while writing one program, you should not directly write complete program at once. Go step by step, see the output. If you get the expected output, then proceed with the next step. Right now, up to this, my part is correct. But what I want here, I want the data as in the text, as in the text. That means multi-line text, not like list of lines. I don't want list of lines. I want as a one text with the multiple lines. One text with the multiple lines. Then how I can do it? So yes, these are all since these are all called as strings. These are all called as strings. In the list, we have all the data in the string form. So we can join them. We can join them with the function called as join. So now what I'll do here is text equals to join with the new line. Join with the new line. Okay. Then use the function called as join. Right. Then what you want to join? The content available in the lines. So this does the job for joining of strings into lines separated by new line, separated by new lines. Now I have got a text. So now look at here. Okay, so before that, right here, this also I put print of lines, right? So after that I join and then I'm displaying the new text. I'm displaying the new text. Now look at here. What I got here. What I got here. What I was expecting. So this is the data which I taken from the Word file and I'm converting that data into this one with the prefix star and space, right? Now this data I want to again copy back to the clipboard because I want it in the Word again. I want it in the Word again because I took the data from the Word. I want to paste it back in the Word with the star space as a prefix for each of the line. So that's why what I'll do again, I'll call the clip paperclip with the copy and then text. So the content which is available in text being copied to clipboard now. So right now execute this program. Now execute this program and come back to this one. Okay, you just paste it here. You see the content here now. Yes, did you understand the power of Python programming language?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You find interesting or not this one after doing all these kind of simple examples?
Yes, sir.
Am I using anything new which I didn't discuss you before? Anything new I used here which I didn't discuss you before, right? So this I discussed, right? Split function with the strings I discussed, right?
Yes, sir.
Then looping through lines, this I discussed.
Yes, sir.
Concatenation, this I discussed already, right? Join function I discussed in the just last class only, right? So just I used all the concepts which I discussed in the just previous chapter with the strings and the dictionary. Earlier program was with dealing with the dictionary. Here this program is basically dealing with only strings, right? So it's doing my job. So it is taking some data from the clipboard and converting that data into converting the by adding some prefixes to the content. It is again copying back into clipboard and that data I'm taking back into now Word file. So usually we may require this kind of job, right? Yes or no? You'll be having some kind of this kind of job or not? Hello all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ಯೂಶಲಿ ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅವಾಗ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಯಾರು? ಮಂಜುಳಾ, ದೆನ್ ನೇಹಾ, ದೆನ್ ಸಾರಿ ನೇಹಾ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ರೋಹನ್, ರೈಟ್? 3 ಆಯ್ತು. 4 ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾರು? ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ, ರೈಟ್? ದೆನ್ ಅಚಲಾ, ರೈಟ್? ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾರು? ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ನಂಗಂತೂ ನೆನಪಿಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ, ಸಾರಿ. ಕೀರ್ತಿ, ದೆನ್ ಜಸ್ಸಿಕಾ, serial number nenpillanga, Jessica, then Mahalakshmi, right? So on you'll type. After typing all the names, right? If I ask you If I ask you, say here, instead of just name, what I want here, I want something like this: 1 dot, 2 dot, space followed by this one, then 3 followed dot followed by this name, like this. I want here. You already typed all the names. You already typed all the names. But after that, I'm asking you, I want all these names with prefix 1, 2, 3, so on. Then what you will do? What you will do? Yes. If you all of you are there, answer.
Yes, sir.
ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಜಾಬ್ ಅಪ್ಪ. ಈಗ ನಾ ಕೇಳೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಹೆಸರು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಿ ಇಷ್ಟು. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಟೈಪಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್, ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್. ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ?
No, sir.
ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್
No,
ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ?
sir.
ನಮ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಇವಾಗ?
Yes, sir.
ನಮ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? Right. So what I told you, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. But if I execute my current program, it will add a prefix called a star, and just here I'm copying now. I'm copying this content, right? I'm copying this content and I'm executing this program now. I'll execute this program, right? Yes. Now run this code. What I got here, you see, with the name Manjula, Neha, Rohan, and so on, I got star with space. Instead of that, what I want here, what I was expecting, instead of star, what I want here,
Numbers.
So can you do that? ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? Simple addition here. You see, instead of star space, just what you can do here, you see, just right, str off, right, sorry, str off, right, I, right, +1, right, plus this one, space, and then lines. That's it. Str of I is 0 +1, 1, it becomes 1, right? Str of I, sorry, this what I'll do, +1, okay. Str of I +1, 0 +1 becomes 1, then it will be considered as string type, then space will be prefixed, then lines will be prefixed. Over. So if I run this code now look at here what I got. 1, okay, star, why the star is coming? Oh, sorry, I copied this data, right? Okay, right. This one I need to take, right? Yes. Right, now run the code. Now look at here what I got here now. 1 Manjula, 2 Neha, 3 this one. What I was expecting, I got it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you automate some stuffs with the Python programming language? Automating means manual. Doing it manually can be replaced with the programmer. Yes, can you do it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Will you write this kind of program if I ask in the examination without giving you as assignment before? Will you write the program of this kind? Direct agi nim question paper naga atar questions ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬರಿತೀರಿ? ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ.
ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್, ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ.
ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ, ಟ್ರೈ ಅಂತೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನೇ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ರ, ಲೈಕ್ ಆತರ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ರ ಬರೀತೀರಿ, ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಬರ್ಯಾಕ?
Try ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ sir.
ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಐತಾ?
ಹಾ, sir.
ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ, ಬರೀಬಹುದು ಅಂತ
Yes, sir.
ಏನ್ ಪೂರ
Yes, sir.
ಅಂತ ಏನ್ರ ಐತೆ? ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಏನಾರ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟಿ ಏನ್ರ ಐತೆ? ಹಲೋ, ಅದೇರಿಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಾಗ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ಎಷ್ಟ್ ಮಂದಿ ಅದಿರಿ? ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ನೋಡಮ್ಮ, 1 by 1.
Jessica, sir.
ರೋಹನ್,
sir.
Sushmita. Shweta. Samprita, sir.
Sai,
Amulya.
Neha, sir.
Manjula, sir.
Rakshita, sir. Ranjita, sir.
Purvi, sir.
ಕಾಶಿನಾಥ್ ಸರ್,
Muskan, sir. Neha, sir.
Preeti,
Sana, sir.
Okay. Sana, ಯಾವ ಸನ?
Sana Koppal, sir.
ಕೊಪ್ಪಳ. Okay. ಉಳ್ದೋರಿಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ
ವಿಶಾಲ್ ಜಕಿ ಸರ್,
ಜಾಕಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಉಳ್ದೋರಿಲ್ಲ. Okay. I try to give some 1 or 2 assignments of this similar kind. Okay. Try to write on your own. Okay. ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಅಂತೂ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ರೈಟ್, ಬರ್ತದ. ರೈಟ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೈಥಾನ್. ಏನ್ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮೊದ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಪೈಥಾನ್. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಓದಾತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಓದಿನಿ, ಈ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಓದಾತೀನಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ನಿಮ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ. ರೈಟ್, ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ, ಬರ್ತದೆ. ರೈಟ್. ಎರಡು ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ. So two modules completed. So from tomorrow I'll start the third module based on the regular expression, which is again more very much interesting chapter, regular expressions. Right? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.